Hey, what's up? Hello, everybody that is here so far. Probably just gonna wait a few minutes till other people start joining in. But if you have any questions, now's the time to ask before things get a little too flooded. I think my camera's a little dirty. Nah. What is on the menu? Let's see. So, I'm actually making the cover recipe today. So, it is chicken, mango salsa, cauliflower rice, and broccoli. So, yeah, this is the recipe that I'm making today for my cookbook. Shit you'll actually cook. It's on Amazon if you want to buy it. Yeah, but that's up to you. Is that mango? Yes, it is. So I've got a mango ready to make the salsa. Hello, everybody that is joining. Super stoked to see how you do this as I got your recipe book. Awesome. Thanks for getting the book. I seriously I appreciate everyone who ended up getting a book. It means a lot to me. I think when I put it out, I was just kind of like, I don't know what I was expecting, but I just wanted to make things simple and helpful. So hopefully that's what it was. I watched your video today. Super. Thanks, Brandon. Brendan, sorry. I appreciate it. I'm excited too. Hola. Did I hear about the Trump things? They are protecting in NYC. Are you talking about like the erasure or the new definition of gender? Oh, you're not late. It's like 2 minutes. I'll probably get started at 6:05 just to give some people a little bit of a chance to get settled, but I'll answer questions until then. Do I ever cook with liquid BCAAs? No. Hey, Victoria, what's up? Thanks for joining. What is up, Andre? Hey, Cody, do your parents support you? Yes, my mom is actually joining in on this cooking show, I believe. Oh, thanks for liking my hat. All right, so we got about 2 minutes until I get started. So if you guys have any like pre-questions about anything really, I would ask them now because it's kind of hard for me to answer questions while I'm cooking. So I kind of get behind on things. But yeah, okay. Most inspirational trans YouTuber. That is a good question. I don't know. I think there's like a variety of trans YouTubers I watched when first coming out. I'd probably say that like Dade Barlow was a big one that I watched. He seemed like a really nice guy. He was very informative. Someone that I looked up to. What is up, Matt? What are my biggest pet peeves? I don't know. I think it depends. Like if it's Sometimes, I don't know. Yeah, I don't really know what my, my biggest pet peeves are. Is Cal joining us again? No, he's not. Unless he's joining from his computer, but I haven't seen him yet. But he is not here today. Do I have any tips for working out? Just getting started, and that's like the hardest part, and then being consistent, I would say. Yeah. Sheila, hi from Canada. Hello. Coffee or tea? Definitely coffee. Savage Dame, what is up? Kiona, I think, is that how you say your name? I'm sorry if I butcher your guys' names. Thank you, I appreciate it. So your question, how did you come to bases with choosing a name, or you've already had this name? So the way that I chose my name is actually really simple, and I just Googled popular names boy names that were popular in my birth year, and Cody was on a list somewhere, and it just kind of stuck out to me. So that's kind of how I chose my name. Tobias, what is up? Thanks for making it. Let's see. What is cauliflower rice? Can you substitute it if we can't find it? So cauliflower rice is actually a lot more simpler than it sounds. It's literally just cauliflower. You can make it at home. You don't have to buy it like this. I bought it already processed, just because it's easier. It does kind of make a mess if you make it yourself, but it's cauliflower that's just processed into like little bits and pieces. So you can throw some cauliflower into a food processor and break it up yourself. You don't have to buy it like I did, but I don't want to clean up the mess afterwards. And it's Trader Joe's, so I think it was like, I forget the price, but it was very cheap. That's the beauty of Trader Joe's. What's on the menu tonight? I'm making chicken with mango salsa, steamed broccoli, and cauliflower rice. All right, so it's 6:07. I am gonna get started so that I don't bore you all to death. And yeah, so I'm gonna start with the chicken. So I'm starting with the chicken because it is going to take the longest out of any of the ingredients tonight. That's one thing that I talk about usually every cooking class, is that when you are making a meal, you want to create a timeline in your head. So a timeline would be, you want to start with the thing that's going to take the longest, and you want to get organized in a fashion to where you can kind of just take one step at a time and not get too mixed up, too flustered, that sort of thing. You can write down your timeline if that helps. So chicken is going to take the longest. So I'll tell you the timeline that I have in mind for this recipe specifically. And I'm going to start with the chicken, and then I'm going to start prepping the ingredients for the salsa while the chicken is cooking. And then I'll probably throw in the broccoli and then do the cauliflower rice, since those two things take like 5 minutes. So timelines are essential, just so you know how to get all your meals out at the same, or your ingredients out at the same time, and not to take 3 hours in the kitchen for something that shouldn't actually take 3 hours. Let's see. You are never boring. I beg to differ. That is definitely not true. Do I only use cast iron pans? If so, is there a reason? I'll use pretty much any pan, to be honest, but I do prefer cast iron just for the flavor that it gives the food. Also, they can take high heat, and they also distribute heat really evenly and quickly. And yeah, that's why I use cast iron, basically, and you don't have any sort of weird chemicals leaching into your food. And it is also non-stick, so it's pretty much the ideal pan to use. They are heavy though, so that's like the only downside. All right, so I'm gonna get started with the chicken. I think my roommates are home, so if you hear the dog barking or some sort of commotion, that is what's happening. Okay. So, chicken. Using chicken breast. These are rather large. That's what he said. My phone is ringing. I don't know who this is. Denied. Okay. All right. So, spices. The spices that I'm using today are smoked paprika, garlic powder, cumin, and chili powder. So I'm gonna start off by using salts though. So I'm gonna generously salt the chicken breasts. Then I will start with the paprika. Garlic powder. What's up?
Oh, life just terrified this little girl in the parking lot just now. He didn't do anything. He just like went up to greet her and then like kind of followed her around in a circle and she just freaked out. And started bawling her eyes out, running away from him. She's like, "Wait, you're so scary." But everybody loves you now. Something about Blake. You're so threatened.
Because he's bigger. All right, so got all the spices on one side, so I'm gonna flip them over and do the same thing on the other side. Salt. Oh, no worries. Smoked paprika. Garlic powder. Did I mention chili powder? I can't remember. Chili powder. And cumin. Alright. So, those are the chicken spices. All right there. Would you get Carly's DNA tested? Maybe someday. You're allergic to paprika. That's unfortunate. You can leave it out if you want. I use smoked paprika just because it gives it like a smoky flavor. But you can definitely just leave it out and you'll be fine. All right, so I'm gonna get the heat going for my pan over here. So I'm just gonna sear the chicken, and then I'm gonna finish it in the oven. I have my oven set to 400 degrees, and it'll probably just take about 13 minutes or so to finish cooking all the way through. Sorry, I'm trying to read all your guys' comments. I'm sorry if I missed any. All right, so while this pan is heating, we can talk about avocado oil. I think I always talk about this like every single time. I use mostly avocado oil for high heat cooking, just because it's more stable than, let's say, like extra virgin olive oil because extra virgin olive oil tends to burn at a pretty low heat. So those are best for salads, low heat cooking. Avocado oil smoke point is 500 degrees, so it's my go-to oil for searing my chicken, stuff like that. You can also use things like grapeseed oil, anything else with a high heat smoke point. All right, so I'm just gonna put a little bit of avocado oil in my pan. What's up, Bethany? Where can you get avocado oil? You can get it from Costco, you can get it from Trader Joe's, you can get it from your regular grocery store. You can pretty much find it anywhere. You probably can't see, but my pan is just starting to kind of smoke a little bit, so that means it's ready. Let's put a little bit more in here. For anyone who has caught me live for the first time, hello, welcome, and thank you for joining me. I appreciate it for sure. So right now I'm just searing my chicken breast. Searing, you really are just getting like a crust on the outside. It just gives it like a whole another level of flavor. And these breasts are pretty thick, so I'm gonna have to finish it in the oven. These cook up pretty quick, as you can see. It's already got like a color to it, so I'm gonna flip it over. Kind of show you what it looks like. It looks like it's burned, but it's really just the chili powder and the paprika and all of those spices that actually have some color to it already. So I'm going to throw this in the oven. Okay. So this is going to go in the oven. I'm going to set it at like 13 minutes. Why does that already look good? I'm not sure. Okay, so now we're gonna do the mango salsa. So mangoes are one of the trickiest fruits for people to cut. So I'm gonna teach you how to do that first. Is avocado oil more expensive than olive oil or canola? It's actually depends where you are, but it's cheaper than olive oil from what I've found. I'll show you. Let's see. So this is from Trader Joe's. This was $8.99, so it's actually not horrible. You may be able to get my cookbook by Halloween. Yeah, awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna show you how to cook this mango. I'm gonna show you how to cut this mango. So first of all, whenever I'm cutting something, I like to make like a flat surface. So I'm just cutting off the bottom. Oh, this is a bad mango. I can already tell. All right. Then the mango, it has a seed in it. So the seed actually runs along right here. You can see where the seed is. So I'm going to cut right along the seed. sides. So this mango looks shitty. It tastes okay, but definitely not ideal. A little sour. So this is like the pit. So yeah, throwing all this away. Then for this, how we get this out? Drop a spoon. Okay. So I'm just gonna cut like a little crisscross pattern into the mango. Like so. And you can like just eat it like this if you want. Or for this particularly, I'm just scooping it out with a spoon. Then it just comes out in those little square pieces like that. Oops. Anything I drop on the floor, Carly eats. And then for these, I just like scoop them out, like so. And cut them up. So that is the mango. I'm going to cut up some of these tomatoes. I'm going to cut them in half. So apparently the screen keeps going all weird. I don't know why. It could be my internet. Thanks, Comcast. How's it looking now? Okay. Hopefully YouTube can get their shit together and allow me to stream. Okay, so I've got these tomatoes here. I am going to cut these in half, which requires a decently sharp knife, by the way. Just like that. That's probably enough. Okay, so this is what it looks like now. Here's the mango and the tomato mixture. I'm going to put the cilantro in. So if you don't like cilantro and it tastes like soap to you, I'm sorry. Your genetics unfortunately make you taste soap flavor. But I love cilantro. So I'm just gonna cut this up. Okay, so I'm gonna add it to this. And add a little bit of salt, just enough for like the tomatoes, and then hopefully it'll bring out the sweetness a little bit, and the mango as well. And then, so you can use lime juice, you can use He's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. The puppy is fine. He's just dramatic. Okay. So, okay. So you could use red wine vinegar. You can use white wine vinegar. You can use lemon juice. You can use whatever acid that you want. It's really just going for an acidic flavor. I happen to have red wine vinegar on hand, so I'm just using that so I don't have to buy anything else. So yeah, I'm just gonna put like a tablespoon worth. All right. Okay. Whoops. I dropped a mango. Carly decided not to eat it. Okay, so salsa. That is done. Cool. So now I'm gonna put my broccoli in the steamer. What's the name of the recipe? I got distracted by the phone. It's I don't even know the name of my own recipe. Probably something boring like chicken and mango salsa or something. Chicken with mango salsa, cauliflower rice, and broccoli. Yeah. All right. God damn it. Okay. So, here's broccoli. I am going to just stick it in the steamer right here. If you don't know, like, if you've never seen vegetables, this is what a steamer basket looks like. You just stick it over some boiling water. And then, put the lid on it. It should take about like 5 minutes. It's pretty quick. Alright, so then for the cauliflower rice, I am using this bigger bell pepper. Usually I use like smaller, like sweet bell peppers, but they didn't have any, so I'm just gonna chop this up real quick. Alright, so you didn't see any of that, but bell pepper's done. I need another pan. 1 second. Okay. All right. So my laptop is full of food now. I'm going to heat up this pan. Questions. Do I usually buy all organic? I try when I can. It depends on like what's available, what the price is. But if I have the choice, then yes, I do. What's my favorite protein? Well, chicken or turkey. I like turkey. I tend to use that a lot. My chicken is beeping. Speaking of that. Okay, so I don't think it's done yet, but one way. Okay, this is super important. I talk about this every single time that I make chicken, but a meat thermometer is very important because you want to make sure you're not overcooking your meat or undercooking it. A lot of people tend to overcook their chicken because they're afraid that they're undercooking it, and then they just dry it out and it tastes like shit. And they think that they don't like chicken breast, but the reality is that they're just drying it out. So chicken breast is done at the temperature of 165. I tend to pull it out at 160 because there's something called carryover cooking. So when you take meat out of the oven or off the stove, it's going to continue cooking for about another 5 degrees, which is why you let meat rest and you let it rise up to that extra 5 degrees. That way you know that you're not going to overcook it. Currently, it's about 140, so I'm going to put it back in for a bit. Probably about 5 more minutes. Yeah. So this pan over here is now hot. So I'm putting in my avocado oil, or bell pepper. I'm gonna let that cook up a little bit until it's kind of softened. The cauliflower tends to cook way faster. Synced the video with the TV. Now it looks like a real cooking show. Can you fix it if it's rusted or looks like rust? Yes, I have fixed pans before. It takes a little work and a few times of like re-seasoning it, but it is possible. Lisa Pizza, hello. Favorite way to prepare coffee, and that is in the French press. You know, here, buddy. Ugh. Anyone wondering if the puppy was okay? He's fine. So he's just dramatic. He's also really big now. He's like a full-size dog. Yeah. Okay. So, I'm gonna get this cauliflower. I can't say cauliflower today, apparently. I'm gonna get this ready. Cody, you need to season my cast iron skillets. I don't think I'm doing it right. Okay, maybe I should do a video on how to season your cast iron skillets. Okay, so my bell peppers got some color on them now. So I'm gonna pour in the cauliflower rice. It's about 6 ounces. I'm gonna season it with some salt. And then, I don't think I put this in the recipe, but I'm just gonna put a little bit of garlic powder in there as well. Alright. Oh, yes please on a cast iron skillet video. Alright, cool. I will do one of those. Is that just cauliflower cut into mimic rice? Yes, it is. Can you substitute for the peppers? Yeah, you can leave them out altogether if you don't like bell pepper, or you could put any other sort of vegetable in there that you want. You could do like pretty much anything. You can do broccoli, you can do peas, you can do cabbage, whatever your heart desires. I make cooking look so easy. Well, it's an easy recipe. But my chicken is beeping again. So I'm gonna check the temperature on that. Jenna Graham, what is up? Do I do leftovers or do I cook every day? Sometimes I'll do like meat leftovers. So I cooked 2 chicken breasts today. Obviously, I'm not going to eat both those for myself, so I'll use one of these for tomorrow, that sort of thing. But if I'm meal prepping, I will be cooking 4 meals ahead of time. But a lot of the times right now, I'll just cook things made to order, basically. Oh, thanks, Matt. Does your fire alarm ever go off when you're cooking? It hasn't yet. Crossing my fingers on that one. Alright, so my chicken is being stubborn right now. It's still at 158. You want to make sure to temp your chicken like in the side, in the thickest part like that. A lot of people, when they temp chicken, they tend to do it like right in the top like that. Don't do that. Stick it in the side. Alright, so I'm gonna do like 2 more minutes on the chicken. These are extra thick chicken breasts today. So my broccoli over here is done, as you can see. So I'm just gonna season that with a little bit of salt. Then a little bit of pepper. Stir that around a little bit. So broccoli is done. Cauliflower rice. It's just about done. One thing that you want to do when you cook is you want to taste as you go, because if you need to add more salt, you can add more salt. Instead of like putting something out on the table and giving it to somebody and having them need a salt shaker, just season it as you go so you know what it tastes like. It's hot though, don't burn it. Hot. Looks good. Doesn't need any more salt. And it's also done. So you'll know that your cauliflower, rice, and peppers are done when you taste it and it's tender and not crunchy. It does smell good in here. Can you use a steamer basket in most pans? Yeah. Any sort of pan that's got some room in it to stick some water, like so. Alright, hopefully my chicken is done now. I need to get a digital thermometer. This is just it just takes forever. Is there a question I missed? I'm not sure if I've been a subscriber for a while. I don't know if he ever said. What was the question? Alright, my chicken is done. Score. Okay. So, now, I'm going to plate all this up. Just going to clean this up a little bit. Okay. So, first things first, I'm going to put the cauliflower in here. Oh, my arm is failing me. Hold on. Okay. So there's cauliflower and the peppers. Now for the broccoli. And then the chicken. So I'm going to take this breast, slice it up. And it's nice and moist. Unlike a lot of the chicken might have already eaten in your lifetime. And then I'll just, here goes the salsa on top. And there's no rules. You can put as much as you want or as little as you want. You can garnish with some cilantro if you want. So that is that. That is the finished product. That is the dish that is on the cover of this book. So, yeah, I don't know. It looks better in person. And you guys aren't really in person, though, so that's hard to really say. All right. So, before I dig into this, actually, you guys want to say hello to Instagram? All right, cooking class. This is what I made. Thank you for all these fine folks that have joined me for the cooking class. I will be doing another one in 2 weeks if you missed this one. But this is what I made this week. All right. All right, questions. How did you decide this would be the cover recipe? I actually had the lamb recipe was actually the original cover. But I didn't want that to be like off-putting to people who didn't eat red meat specifically, or like vegans and whatnot. So this was just like a similar photo, directionally how it was shot, and it's chicken and it's colorful. So that's how it went on the cover. Shake or no shake? I don't know what that means. Do I use garlic salt? No, I don't. I like to be able to control the salt content. And with garlic salt, you can't really do that. So I just use either fresh garlic or garlic powder and then salt separately. Girls are arguing over who's gonna marry me. Yeah, that is like, I no one wants to do that. How old am I? I'm 31. Oh, ice cream shake. No ice cream shake. Protein shake, yes. Ice cream shake, no. I should show you how to make the healthy shake. I have a shake in here. It's almost as good as like your average shake. I'll put a little bit. Okay. So I do have a shake recipe in here. If you're craving a shake, it's got protein in it, and it's not horrible for you. It's just bananas, protein powder, cocoa powder. Yeah. Any tips on keeping cilantro fresh? Mine only lasts 2 to 3 days in the fridge. Uh, Cilantro is a little bit testy. Sometimes if your fridge is too cold, it will like actually make your cilantro wilt faster. You can put it in the crisper, uh, that sort of thing. But yeah, cilantro is one of those herbs that just does not last long. Do I ever get tired of eating healthy and not having things that are terrible for you, like ice cream and fried things? um, you know what? Honestly, no, because I think I do work out so much that I can really feel what I eat or like what goes into my body. And no one likes to work out when they don't feel good. So I like to eat foods that are gonna make me feel good when I work out. If I eat something that's like, I don't crave ice cream very much. I don't like cold food. I like things like pie, but I have that like once a year maybe. I do like shakes though. I do those. Um, but yeah, I just kind of like feeling good when I'm working out, and I'm pretty aware of how my body is feeling depending on what I put into it. So yeah, any favorite non-dairy protein powders? There's some like rice protein or like pea protein powders, but I don't personally use them. I use like a whey protein powder, which does have like a minuscule amount of lactose in it, depending on which brand that you buy. Have I thought of going vegan vegetarian? I used to be vegan vegetarian actually for about 5 years, and since weightlifting and stuff like that, I've eating meat has been more sustainable for me as a human being. It helped me feel better personally. So I have gone from vegan, vegetarian to omnivore. Dig in, food's getting cold. Yes, that is true. Best way to contact me if you have any questions is through email. My email is coachcodyharmon@gmail.com. Do I have a shake before or after workout? It depends. Sometimes I'll do one before if I'm feeling kind of slightly hungry but don't want to like feel too full. Sometimes I'll have one after if I know I'm not going to get in a meal for a while and I'm feeling hungry. Can you discuss cutlery? I know you use a cleaver to chop vegetables. Actually, this is not a cleaver. Um, this is just a same. I can't say the name of the, the knife, but if you've ever watched Rachel Ray, this is like her favorite. This is actually my roommate's knife. Let's see. This is a Japanese knife that I highly recommend. It's great for cutting vegetables, but if you need something a little bit more sturdy to cut like more intense things like chicken bones and stuff like that, this is a German knife. This is a Wusthof Classic. It's a little bit more sturdy, whereas this one it's a little bit more like flimsy, but it's not gonna like break or anything. But it's a little bit more fragile, I guess you could say. Uh, but yeah, these are my more expensive knives. If allergic to bananas, any sub suggestions? That depends. Are you allergic to any other fruits? Favorite before bed snack if I'm craving something. I will usually do, I'll show you what I do. So generally, this is my protein powder that I use. It's Biochem whey protein. This is something called peanut butter powder, which is just peanut butter that's been like defatted. So it's about 50% less fat and calories. So I'll mix the protein powder and the peanut butter powder with some water until it forms like almost like a cookie dough consistency. So it feels like a brownie batter consistency. So it's kind of like I'm eating brownie batter or cookie dough, but I'm not. It's got protein in it and peanut butter. But it tastes good to me. It kind of just kills the sweet tooth. If anything, I have a sweet tooth more than anything, but like I tend to control it with healthy options if possible. Also, mangoes or any sorts of fruits. I tend to go to. I don't buy anything that I can like tempt myself with. So I've got like bananas and mangoes and apples and protein powders, but I've got nothing in my apartment that I'm like, I could eat the shit out of that right now. uh, Thanks, Matt. I never know what to do with people comments when they're like, I don't know, they're like positive. I don't know how, I'm awkward, but thank you. I appreciate all of like the support and the positive comments. Can women use that powder too? Yes, most definitely. Can we see your chest? Looks like you work out. My chest. This is my chest. What about strawberries? Yeah, strawberries are awesome. They're like very seasonal though. They taste like poop for most of the year until summertime. So you got to get them like when they're in season, or else they just taste like nothing. Tilly Lay. Ah, thank you. You are sweet. Um, you're going to try this one soon. Awesome. Where do you get silicone sleeves for your cast iron? I actually got this from a client as a gift, but you can find them on Amazon. It's just this, it's a Lodge brand handle. It comes in handy because these cast iron skillets do get hot, so you can't really like touch them once they've been on the stove for a while. The awkwardness is okay. It's humble in your opinion. Well, thank you. I'm not sure. Wait, okay. Steph, Jean, Luke, Bang. I don't know what you're saying. Maybe I'm like ill-informed of something or uneducated. Uh, Zaid, thank you. Bill Thompson. It sounds like you've had some not so good experiences with women. You might want to work on that. Thanks, Christine. um, Next merch idea is creating your own cast iron sleeve. It's not a bad idea. I should eat and answer questions. No one wants to see me eat. I am going to wrap it up, though. We've almost reached an hour. So as soon as it hits 60, I'm going to eat this food and then clean up the kitchen. But any questions you guys have, keep answering. You've got like a minute left. And then this will be the last one up until we find the date. So I do these every 2 weeks now. So the next class will be November 3rd. November 3rd. So keep that in mind. Okay. Could I design a pasta dish? I have, yes and no. I don't really eat pasta, to be honest. But I do like alternatives that I can do. Do I recommend stainless steel? Yeah, for sure. When is this cast iron skillet care video? Soon, soon. Thanks, Terry. I will definitely try. Um, Thank you, Tilly. There will definitely be more videos. I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. Uh, a soup recipe. That's actually a really good idea. It is getting colder outside. It's fall. Everyone likes a good soup recipe. I actually have a tortilla soup recipe that I would like to make. So maybe I should do that next week. Night, mom. Any low sodium recipes in my book? Yeah, I mean they can all be modified to your sodium needs. I season to taste, but you can season to your needs. And generally, most of your sodium is coming from processed foods, fast foods, that sort of thing. So anything that I'm actually cooking at home, anything you're actually cooking from home is going to be a lot lower sodium than if you go out to eat or if you buy like a frozen dinner, for example. So yeah, it might look like I use a lot of salt, but in reality, it's just seasoned. It's not like over salted. A recipe for pregnant women. All these recipes. So it sounds like we've got some votes for some tortilla soup next time. I can do that. I can do that. All right. So I'm going to wrap this up. Uh, Thank you for everyone who came in and asked questions and for who joins and all that fun stuff. I will see you again in 2 weeks, hopefully. So keep November 3rd on your calendar. Uh, I'll make sure to keep talking about when the next video is and send the link out and all that stuff. But yeah, thank you for joining. Oh yeah, sorry, shameless plug. If you want to buy this book, it is available on Amazon. You can just go on Amazon and search Cody Harmon Cookbook. It's also available on my website, codyharmon.com. The digital download, it's like $3 cheaper if you just want the digital version. If you want it all, your choice, I promise. But yeah, so that is it for tonight. Thank you guys so much for the support and for joining. Let me know if you guys try any of these recipes, and I will see you next time. Peace out.